to my art channel. Without further ado, let's get drawing.
Hi and welcome back to my art channel. If you've been following my videos on my channel, then you would have seen my collection of woodland animal tutorials, and we have now started our Christmas tutorials. I love Christmas, who doesn't? So if you haven't been watching, we've done candy canes, Christmas decorations, mince pies, snowflakes, and also some fun lettering with a wreath. So today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to do an actual painting style drawing, and for this one we're going to be using a variation of brushes. They're all free, which come original with the Procreate app, so you don't have to buy anything. And we're just going to go ahead and do a simple Christmas drawing. It doesn't take long, it's really easy to do, and anybody can do it. So if you want to go ahead and grab your iPad, then we can do it together. So first of all, I like drawing on 12 by 12 inch canvas. It's square, and you can do it on the screen size, you can do it on A4 size. I am doing it on this size specifically because I'm used to the size of the brushes, so that I can teach you and show you exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to open up my 12 by 12 canvas. Now to begin with, we need to go ahead and do the background. So I'm just going to choose a dark blue, nearly black background colour, and then I'm going to go ahead and choose underneath the luminance brushes this bottom brush here. Now this is going to give you a nighttime effect, so I'm going to go ahead and do a blue, and you can just do very lightly something like this to make it look like clouds. Then I'm going to go to my white, near white, and I'm just going to do some white here in the corner where my moon is going to be. I am then going to go ahead to my light pen, and again in white, I'm just going to do some dots which are going to be my stars. I'm then going to do a moon. For the moon, you just need to do a round circle in the light pen, like so. In this corner, you don't have to get it perfect. You can just round it off and get it right, like so. And this is going to be the basis for the background, which we will then add on to a little bit later on. So to begin with, we need to draw the snowman. So add a new layer. Now, I can't remember exactly which brush I used, but I think, let me just check. I think it was this brush. Yes. Okay, so this is, I'm using the drawing little pine brush. Now you can try and experiment with loads of brushes, but I liked this one because it gave a little bit more of a snow-like effect, if you can see, more of a rough effect, because we're drawing a snowman. So I'm just going to turn it all the way up, and I'm just going to do down here 2 little curves, and I'm just going to join them up, and then I'm going to colour them in. Now, like I said, you can experiment with, you've got loads of brushes that you can choose from. There you go. Okay, so we're just going to add a new layer, and this time we are going to do the head. So the head isn't going to be a perfect circle, it's just going to be more of a Don't forget that when you make a snowman, it's not actually perfect size. So I'm just going to create a little circle here, and I'm going to colour his head in like so. If you don't want to spend the time colouring him in, then you can use your studio ink brush. You can drag and drop and then just fill out the edges. I just like the painting type of style effect that this brush gives. And in all my tutorials, we use the free brushes. We're trying to go through all the brushes and do different styles and techniques so that you can really find the brushes that you love and the way that you love to draw. Okay, so now you have your basic Mr. Snowman. I'm going to add a new layer, and in black, I'm going to add his hat. So here, I'm just going to draw a straight line, and then I'm going to draw the hat on top and colour it in like this. I'm then going to add a new layer, and in red, I'm going to do his scarf. So for the scarf, we're just going to draw a line here underneath the head. I'm just going to erase this. And then another line here, and join it up and colour it in. I'm then going to do this part of the scarf down here. So just draw two lines and join them up. And then again the same for here. I'm then going to turn Alpha Lock on, and I'm going to choose a darker green, and then I'm just going to add some stripes to my scarf. Like so. Okie dokie, so now we are going to add the features to his face. Add a new layer, go back and choose your black. You can turn it down the brush size so that you can get the detail. And just draw two small dots for his nose. Turn the brush down even more. And then go ahead and just do a smile. And then do your orange for his nose. Which is a carrot, obviously. Okay, we're going to go back and add some details onto the hat. So go onto your hat layer, click on Alpha Lock, choose whichever colour you prefer. I'm doing the red because it goes with the scarf. And here where this bottom line meets the top part of the hat, I'm just going to draw a very thin line. And then I'm going to choose my white, and I'm just going to draw a white line up here. And then you can draw some decoration if you want to. You can copy and paste over maybe your candy canes and put them on the hat. Or the Christmas baubles that we did, you can copy and paste those over and bring them onto his hat. And then just do something like that. Okay, so now comes the depth texture shadowing, which will make this snowman really cool. So we are going to go ahead onto our body layer, and we're going to do a new layer on top and click clipping mask. I'm then going to go to my spray paint brushes, and with the medium nozzle, I'm going to choose a grey. And the brush is about 16%. And I'm just going to bring some very subtle shadows here. And then we're going to do the same onto the head. So click a new layer above the head and a clipping mask. And then with the same pen and the same size, just go ahead and make sure you follow the curve of the snowman. We're then going to add a new layer on top of this one and again do clipping mask. This time we're going to go to our inking studio pen. We're going to choose black. We're going to turn it all the way up and the opacity to about 20%. Now the moon is shining from this side, so the shadow is going to be on this side. So we're just going to draw a small curve here on this side of his head. And then on the body, we're going to do the same. So add a new layer above your body shadowing, click clipping mask, and then just go ahead like so. And onto the scarf, a new layer and clipping mask. And then just add the shadow and join it together. Now you can also add onto here some shadows here. And here. Then we are going to go onto the hat, and above the hat do a clipping mask, and we're going to do the same thing with the shadow. You will barely be able to see it, but just follow the line of the shadow that you've done onto the head. We're now going to do our highlights. So go back to your spray paint brush, your medium nozzle, and this time I'm going to choose a golden yellow for my highlights. So I'm going to go back onto the body shadowing, which I've just done. And I'm just going to, down one side, do a very subtle shadow. And again onto the head shadowing, just down here. Like so, and onto the hat as well. And onto the scarf. We're just going to add this very subtle highlight. Then we're going to go back to our inking pen. And we're going to choose white. Make sure the opacity is turned down, and then we're just going to go onto our shadow layers above the hat and then just add some small lines of highlights. We can do this again on the head shadow layer, as you can see, on the scarf, and onto the body. I'm going to go onto my facial layer, and I'm just going to turn my opacity up and my size down, and I'm just going to add two small eyes here. Okay, so now you have the basic shadowing and textures. I'm going to add a new layer above all of these, and I'm going to go to my organic brush set and click on clay. Again, I'm going to be choosing a white. This is snow after all. And then I'm just going to bring a snow-like texture all around here down the bottom, around his bottom part more, And then I'm just going to bring it up to one side and bring it up to the other side. Like so. I'm then going to go to my cotton brush and just do this at the top here so that it blends into the sky at the back, and just around the edges here of where he's sitting. You can also use your spray paint brushes for the snow. And then we are going to add a new layer, and we are going to go to our elements brushes where you have snow, and then just in whichever size, I'm just going to go for the bigger size, just from one corner go ahead and add the snow. And there you have a very cute quick snowman, which you can print onto greeting cards. You can you know, there's loads of cool stuff that you can play about with, and like I said, it gives this a really interesting kind of Christmas snow dark theme. So there you have your snowman. You can also create a circular frame and cut him out, and you know, just play about with the drawing, and you know, just have fun with it. And I guess I will see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps me in creating more free videos for all of you out there. So if you want to come and join my Procreate group, the links are in the description. I'd love for you to be a member of my group. We can share awesome ideas, tips and artwork. Also, please don't forget to tag me on Instagram so that I can see what work you've created from this awesome tutorial. So love to you all, and I'll see you in the next video.